setting Diddy up.
Jay's definitely.
Jay helped you?
Yeah.
How did you
As a
help?
competitor?
Beyonce for sure. I love her. Like I love Beyonce. Jay-Z too. I really admire the both.
Sean Carter is responsible for enacting Hype Williams to put Aaliyah on a faulty plane to move her out the way as punishment for rejecting him.
This morning, rap mogul Jay-Z is denying allegations he assaulted a 13-year-old girl alongside rapper Sean Diddy Combs. That
You and Diddy, you and Puff cool?
No, I don't really rock with him.
Okay, damn, all right.
I was with the girl and he was asking about her, and then he was asking me stuff like, you know, would you be interested in like everybody? So I know that Jay-Z is a cuckold, right? He likes to watch Beyonce with other men.
The reason why Beyonce ain't came to speak to Brandy, baby, is because Beyonce does not talk to anyone who used to sleep with Jay-Z. Okay?
This 13-year-old is suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, suffered depression, etc. So now you go to fact find.
Ray J, from what I heard, even before all this happened, was one of the guys that used to smash Beyonce while Jay-Z.
I'm saying, Sean Carter, you're a piece of shit. Taking Pimp C wasn't bad enough.
Lives, and we may actually see one of the biggest divorces in Hollywood is because Jay-Z is up next to be exposed.
Has set his sights on someone new after the Diddy Netflix documentary. And this is the comment. It's from Dom KMDA. I hope I pronounced that right. Dom Kanmada. He commented saying, "My only question, he's next, isn't he?" And 50 ended up liking that comment. And here's the thing. I actually saw this on.
If that was your daughter, would you let God handle it?
But when Jay signed his contract, the big one was with Beyonce. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. No, those trophies came rolling in, buddy.
Now he's viewed as a businessman, entrepreneur, family man.
And the biggest ones because of the position Beyonce's.
Oh, wow.
Right? You were connected to the biggest.
Jay got it for the music.
I mean, for crying out loud, Diddy sent him freak off videos.
True, very true.
They did the job when money came with ease, but one couldn't stop us like he had a disease. He robbed another and another and a sister and a brother. Tried to rob a man who was a...
I'ma drug them out and pimp them out to my... They keep on me. And he was talking about Danny Kane as a group.
Let's be real for a second. You always had a feeling something wasn't right, didn't you? You saw the perfect pictures, the billion-dollar smiles, and the way the entire industry seemed terrified to even breathe wrong in their direction. You saw how other artists would literally tremble when they won an award over her. Deep down, your gut was telling you that this level of power wasn't just about music, it was about fear. Well, guess what? It turns out your gut instinct was right all along. The walls are finally closing in on the untouchables. We aren't just talking about Diddy anymore. We are talking about the people standing right next to him for the last 30 years. The people who partied with him, lived with him, and, according to the latest rumors, helped him keep the secrets buried. 50 Cent just let the cat out of the bag. He posted a message that wasn't a joke. It was a warning shot aimed directly at the throne. He told Jay-Z, "You're next." And when 50 Cent says something like that, you better believe he has the receipts. He's been predicting every single downfall in this industry for the last 5 years. But this time, it's different. The internet is blowing up with theories that Beyonce isn't the innocent queen she pretends to be. They are calling it the she knows theory. Millions of people are suddenly asking, did the Carter dynasty build their empire on the ashes of crushed careers and silenced victims? Today, we are connecting the dots that they tried desperately to hide. It's time to talk about the missing tapes, the Rose Curse, and the dark secret that might finally end the reign of Jay-Z and Beyonce.
And B was, one time she jumped off of the ledge. Came running over because she thought me and Jay had issues, and I was like, what the? And I was like, did she really just jump down and run over here like
Beyonce jumped off a ledge.
Yeah, what happened? It was in the Cosmopolitan, huh?
She really a superhero.
She jumped down and no, she was like this, what? Like that Bonnie and Clyde for real. You try this or what, boy? I'm here. Word. She looked like at me. She looked, I said,
was Solange with her?
She looked at me like that. I was like, what?
The warning that changed the game. You have to ask yourself, why is 50 Cent, a man who knows all the industry's darkest secrets, suddenly coming for Jay-Z? For 20 years, Jay-Z was the one guy you didn't touch. He moves in silence. He has shooters in the street and sharks in the courtroom. He's the guy who makes one phone call and your career is over. But 50 Cent? He doesn't care. 50's been trolling Diddy for months, posting memes, making jokes about baby oil, and telling us exactly what the feds were going to find. And guess what? He was right about everything. The raids happened, the indictments dropped, the disturbing details about the freak-offs came out. 50 Cent wasn't just guessing, he was telling us the future. So, when 50 Cent posts a picture of Jay-Z looking absolutely shook with a caption that insinuates he's next in line for the handcuffs, that is not a prank. That is a signal. The streets are talking, and they are saying that 50 Cent has access to the insurance policy. What is the insurance policy? It's the footage. Rumors are flying that when the feds raided Diddy's compounds in Miami and LA, they didn't just find supplies for his parties. They found terabytes of video. Diddy allegedly recorded everything, every room, every party, every conversation. It was his leverage. It was the reason he stayed untouchable for so long. He had dirt on everyone. And who was Diddy's best friend for 30 decades? Who was the only man Diddy respected as an equal? Jay-Z. If Diddy goes down, the theory is that he's not going down alone. He's taking the whole ship with him. And 50 Cent is sitting on the shore, watching the ship sink, letting us know that the captain, Sean Carter, is about to go down with the vessel.
But now the question is Jay-Z involved in crazier things? I mean, there's been a lot of speculation in a lot of different ways, and people are pointing their attention towards 50 Cent, wanting him to do a Jay-Z documentary. And it looks like he might actually do it, because on Instagram, he posted a drawing of Jay-Z that kind of makes fun of his looks, and he posted that photo, and he said this in the caption: "Please stop sending me stuff like this. I'm not going to post it." Basically making a joke, because obviously he posted it on his social media. But, and here's the interesting but in this, is someone commented on the post, and the comment got liked by 50 Cent. And this is the comment. It's from Dom KMDA. I hope I pronounced that right, Dom Kanmada. He commented saying, "My only question, he's next, isn't he?" And 50 ended up liking that comment. And here's the thing. I actually saw this on Twitter and X, whatever, Twitter X, whatever you want to call it. And I wanted to confirm, is this real? Because a lot of people Photoshop these type of things just to create drama and create this speculation. So I actually DM'd the guy himself, and I showed him the photo, and I asked him, "Hey, is this a real photo? Did 50 like your comment?" He said, "Hey, yes, he did." And I was like, perfect. Thank you for confirming. Thought it was Photoshopped. I will appreciate the response. And he said, "I was surprised as well. Didn't see that coming." So shout out to him for, responding to my DM and confirming that, the comment actually got liked by 50, because, a lot of people Photoshop and spread narratives. So me being the proper journalist, whatever you want to call me, news reporter, I, wanted to go get to the source and see if it was actually real. There's also something that's very interesting that went over a lot of people's heads, and that's the documentary coming out on December 2nd. That Diddy documentary coming out on that date. Literally 2 days later, you have Jay-Z's birthday, December 4th, which to me sends a subliminal message to Jay-Z that you're next. So that's crazy. That just, to me, shows that 50 is potentially going to work on something going at Jay-Z, and he might get Nicki Minaj involved, because Nicki Minaj has a huge issue with Jay-Z with a lot of things, and I don't even know the full details of that, because she's gone at Jay-Z for...
But here's where it gets really dark. This isn't just about Jay-Z. For the first time, the heat is turning toward Beyonce. For years, you've heard the whispers, the queen bee who stings anyone that gets too close to her spot. But have you ever noticed a pattern? Have you noticed how every single female artist who could have challenged her vocally or visually just mysteriously disappeared? The internet has dubbed this the She Knows theory, based on the J. Cole song that is currently going viral on TikTok. If you listen to the lyrics, people believe J. Cole was dropping a code. The chorus repeats "She Knows," and the verses mention Aaliyah, Left Eye, and Michael Jackson. Conspiracy theorists are pointing out that Knows sounds a lot like Knowles, Beyonce's maiden name. Now hold on, I know that sounds like a stretch, but look at the history. Aaliyah was the princess of R&B. She was poised to be the biggest star in the world. She had the style, the voice, the acting career. She was the only true threat to Beyonce's rise in the early 2000s, and then tragedy struck. The same goes for Left Eye from TLC, who was the rebellious voice that challenged the industry standards. The theory, and I want to be clear, this is what the streets are saying, not a proven fact, is that the industry cleared the path for Beyonce. They needed one queen to rule them all, and they removed the competition. The question people are asking is not if Beyoncé physically did anything, but simply, did she know? Did she know that careers were being sabotaged to help her? Did she know that blacklisting campaigns were being run against women like Keri Hilson and Amiri just so she could shine brighter? It's a terrifying thought, but when you look at the fear in people's eyes when they talk about her, it starts to make sense. That look in their eyes isn't just respect, it's terror. They know that if you cross the queen, you don't just lose a Grammy, you lose your livelihood.
I want you to think about this. Allegedly, Sean Carter is responsible for enacting Hype Williams to put Aaliyah on a faulty plane to move her out the way as punishment for rejecting him, and so he could level up Beyonce.
Let's dig deeper into something concrete. You remember Keri Hilson, right? She was incredible. She had the hits. She wrote for Britney Spears. She was beautiful. She was next up. And then she refused to bow down. There is a famous story about Keri Hilson refusing to hold a magazine cover for Beyonce or making a slight dig in a song remix. It was minor stuff, normal competitive behavior in hip-hop. But the reaction from the Carter camp was nuclear. Keri Hilson was effectively erased from the industry. Her songs stopped playing on the radio. Producers stopped sending her beats. She was blackballed. For years, Keri hinted that there was a powerful machine blocking her blessings. She fell into a depression. She disappeared from the limelight. Fans believe this is the rose curse. The idea is that Beyoncé wants to be the only flower in the garden, so she or the people around her stomp on any other bud that tries to bloom.
The reason why Beyonce ain't came to speak to Brandy, baby, is because Beyonce does not talk to anyone who used to sleep with Jay-Z, okay? Whether you guys know it or not, and I have to say allegedly, right? Jay-Z and Brandy used to talk back in the day, and by back in the day, I mean like late 90s type stuff, right? Brandy always kept Jay-Z on the low back in the day because, quite honestly, he was too ugly to be out in public with. I'm just keeping it real. To claim him publicly, he was too ugly back in the day.
50 Cent has been hinting at this kind of behavior for years. He's pointed out how ruthless the business moves are behind the scenes. While Beyoncé sings about women empowerment and breaking my soul, the reality is that her reign has been incredibly lonely at the top because no one else has allowed to stand there. Now, with the Diddy news breaking, people are re-examining these failed careers. Were they failures or were they hits? Was Diddy the enforcer? We know Diddy had massive influence at radio stations and labels. If Jay-Z asked Diddy to handle a problem, do you think Diddy would say no? They were brothers, and brothers look out for each other's empires. The panic scrub on social media. If the Carters are so innocent, why are they acting so guilty right now? You need to pay attention to what is happening in the shadows. Friends of the Carters, associates, and even family members are quietly deleting photos. They are scrubbing their timelines. We are talking about pictures that used to be badges of honor. Photos of Beyoncé partying with Diddy in the Hamptons at the white parties. Photos of Jay-Z and Diddy toasting with expensive champagne. A month ago, those photos meant we are the elite. Today, those photos look like evidence. They are trying to rewrite history in real time. They want you to forget how close they were. They want you to believe that they were just casual acquaintances. But you guys are too smart for that. You saved the screenshots. You remember. The insider talk is that Jay-Z's lawyers are working overtime. They are in panic mode. They aren't trying to fight the allegations publicly because they know that saying anything makes it worse. Instead, they are trying to bury the links. But in the age of the internet, nothing stays buried forever. 50 Cent is making sure of that. Every time they try to delete a memory, 50 reposts it. He is the ghost of their past, haunting them every single day. The Diddy tapes, mutually assured destruction. Let's get back to the most dangerous part of this story, the tapes. We know Diddy was paranoid. We know he had cameras everywhere. Sources say he recorded celebrities doing things they would never want the world to see. Drug use, infidelity, and maybe things that are illegal. Why would he do that? It's called mutually assured destruction. It's a Cold War tactic. It means if you attack me, I have a button that destroys you too. This is why Jay-Z has been so quiet. If Diddy has a tape of Jay-Z in a room where a freak-off was happening, even if Jay was just sitting there, it's over. His brand is family-friendly now. He does business with the NFL. He dines with Obama. He cannot afford to be seen in a drug-fueled dungeon with Diddy. 50 Cent's warning suggests that these tapes are not destroyed. The feds have them, and leaks happen. 50 Cent seems to be implying that he has heard what is on them. He posted a video recently that was just him laughing. No caption, just laughing. It was the scariest thing he's ever posted because it felt like he was watching the evidence and realizing he won the war. And what about Beyonce? Is she on the tapes? Probably not in the same way, but is there audio of her? Are there conversations? Imagine if there's a recording of Beyonce and Diddy discussing how to sabotage another artist. Imagine if there's a recording of them laughing about someone's downfall. It would destroy the halo image instantly. The world would see the mean girl behind the mask, the fall of the empire. We're witnessing the collapse of the old guard. For 30 years, this specific clique, Jay-Z, Diddy, the heads of the major labels, controlled everything. They decided what was cool. They decided who got rich. They decided who became a star and who went back to the hood. It was a monopoly. If you didn't play their game and maybe attend their after parties, you were blacklisted. You couldn't feed your family. But 50 Cent broke the spell. He showed the world that these gods can bleed. He showed us that they're just people, flawed, scared, and hiding secrets. Now artists are starting to talk. Bodyguards like Gene Deal are giving interviews every day, spilling tea that was hidden for decades. The fear is gone. There is a very real possibility that we're about to see a wave of lawsuits and exposures that makes the Diddy situation look like a parking ticket. We're talking about RICO charges. We're talking about the end of the Roc Nation empire. We're talking about Beyonce having to answer questions under oath about what she saw and what she knew. Conclusion. So was your gut instinct right? Absolutely. You sensed the fakeness. You sensed the orchestrated nature of their success. And now the truth is spilling out like a broken dam. 50 Cent has drawn a line in the sand. He's telling us that Jay-Z and Beyoncé are not safe. The silence coming from their camp is the loudest sound in the world right now. It screams guilt. It screams panic. Diddy was the foundation of their clique. He held the secrets. He held the tapes. He was the muscle. Now that he's sitting in a cell in Brooklyn, facing life in prison, that foundation is gone. The castle is built on sand. The world is waiting for 50 Cent to drop the next bomb. He says he has a documentary coming to Netflix. He says it's going to break the internet. And when that hits, we might find out that the Queen's crown was never made of gold. It was made of silence, secrets, and fear. Stay tuned, fam. Don't look away. Keep your eyes on the timeline, because the show is just getting started, and the finale is going to be explosive. You were right about Diddy. You were right about the darkness in Hollywood. And soon, the world will know you were right about the Carters, too.
Everybody. So I know that Jay-Z is a cuckold, right? He likes to watch Beyonce with other men.
This morning, rap mogul Jay-Z is denying allegations he assaulted a 13-year-old girl alongside rapper Sean Diddy Combs. That civil lawsuit filed against Combs in October was amended Sunday to include Jay-Z. The accuser, identified only as Jane Doe, says she was assaulted by both men.
So that's just competitive.
Competitiveness. All right, so you and Diddy, you and Puff cool?
No, I don't really rock with him.
Okay, damn. All right, I didn't know what that meant.
Okay.
Jay-Z is setting Diddy up.
Jay's definitely.
Jay helped you?
Yeah.
How did
As a competitor.
Explain it.
Yeah, because he never was someone that you communicate with, that you're like friends with in person. But I always respected him because he was never an actual competitor. In actual fact, he was someone who was a competitor to perception.
Lives, and we may actually see one of the biggest divorces in Hollywood is because Jay-Z is up next to be exposed.
I mean, for crying out loud, Diddy sent him freak off videos.
True, very true.
So what happens now is this is simply a civil complaint. And in a civil complaint, it goes through the technical legal process. Now, the distinction, Jessica, between civil and criminal, of course, is that civil is for monetary damages, right? The system can only reward you with money. There's allegations that this 13-year-old is suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, suffered depression, etc. So now you go to fact find.
He said it. I'ma drug them out and pimp them out to my they keep with me. And he was talking about Dynasty Kane as a group.
I have not heard one person denounce, well, man, let God handle it. Get the hell out of here. Get out of here with that. If that was your daughter, would you let God handle it? All those people, they ain't denounced him. They ain't definitely, they can't come forward and say, yo, I support them, because it would mess up their brand.
I was with a girl and he was asking about her, and then he was asking me stuff like, would you be interested in, like, somebody watching? He was just asking some really, really bugged out questions. And I still have those emails. I still have all that, So, like, that's one of the things that I was going to include in the book. I'm just trying to figure out how.
When Jay signed his contract, the big one was with Beyonce. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. No, those trophies came rolling in, buddy. He started getting Grammys left and right. Thanks the cop.
Wait a minute. So you're saying the success is derived from the marriage?
I've absolutely been treated differently.
The accolades, because he's no longer viewed as like a street or gangster rapper. Now he's viewed as a businessman, entrepreneur, family man.
And the biggest ones because of the position Beyonce.
Oh, wow.
Right? You were connected to the biggest.
Jay got it for the music. Jay got it for the music.
He didn't see.
He deserved those.
I'm sitting there, he's like this, right?
And I'm not saying allegedly. I'm saying, Sean Carter, you're a piece of shit. Taking Pimp C wasn't bad enough. You just want to go down there and you want to just remove all of the balls from every real gangster in Houston.